Today we're making Tommy's Margarita from Tommy's Mexican restaurant in San Francisco. The drink was created by Julio Bermejo and came about with a bit of luck and circumstance. First, the ingredients. The drink is very simple with just 3 ingredients: tequila, lime juice, and agave nectar. Most likely, the drink could not have been made outside of San Francisco because at that time, it was one of the few places you could find an agave nectar. It is ubiquitous now. But there was a time when this was a rare and new ingredient made at a time when agave growers had too much agave and needed to find a use for it. This newer ingredient was introduced to natural food stores in San Francisco, making it available to Tommy's. They also had access to tequila that was rarer, 100% agave tequila. By today's standards, that seems incredibly common. You can go to Safeway right now and find dozens and dozens of high-quality 100% agave tequilas. But in the late 1980s and early 1990s, it was rarer. So Tommy's Margarita highlights and showcases the base spirit by using a 100% agave tequila and not bringing in flavors and sweetness from something like a triple sec. Lime is also an incredibly important ingredient to Tommy's Margarita, and they squeeze them a la minute. And if you ever get a chance to listen to Julio Bermejo talk about limes, you have to take that opportunity. The drink seems so simple, but every aspect of it is important. Over the years, they have used a few different tequilas as a standard or sort of house one if you just ordered one. But in an interview with Class Magazine, Julio mentions he often likes to use an añejo. But the exact tequila that you use here is not important to get this right. It's about making a cocktail that tastes like the tequila that is in it. So you can use whatever you want, whatever you prefer, and more importantly, explore different tequilas through Tommy's Margarita. And these are words you will hear come from Julio Bermejo himself when he talks about Tommy's Margarita. The drink is a simple ratio.
It's 2-1-1, right? It's 2 parts your favorite 100% agave tequila, ideally hydrolyzed naturally, 1 part of fresh hand-squeezed seedless Persian lime juice, and then 1 part of agave fructose that you've cut at least 1-to-1 with purified water, right? Depending on the bricks of which you buy.
And if you want to get truly authentic and make Tommy's Margarita as they do at Tommy's Mexican restaurant, you would build this and shake it in a blender carafe. Now, not blend it in the carafe, but shake it in the carafe. And it's not to be cool or different, but so you can make more than 1 margarita at a time when you have a busy bar and you have dozens of people asking for a margarita. Since I'm making just one, I'm going to shake this in my shaker, but I will be using a goblet that is pretty close, maybe even identical, but touch smaller, perhaps, to the one that you'd be served with at Tommy's. So let's start with 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. One ounce of our agave nectar that has been cut with water in a 1-to-1 ratio. And then 2 ounces of any tequila you want. So there you go, Tommy's Margarita. All right, let's try it. Cheers. It is so refreshing, and obviously looking at the recipe here, it tastes like tequila and lime juice and just the right amount of sweetness. And it's almost like the sweetness feels like it's coming more from the tequila as well, as opposed to just from your sugar syrup or your sweetener. It is not too sweet. It is not needing sweetness. It is not too tart. It doesn't lack tartness. And it is the flavor of the tequila that shines first and foremost. Sometimes it's good to go back to the basics with any cocktail. And while I'm happy to make and consume a old tiki cocktail that has 10 to 15 ingredients, when you do that, you often lose the base of it. the actual spirit and all of its characteristics. But if you look at that, version of cocktail, tropical cocktails, you think of the daiquiri as being the most simplistic. And this is similar to a daiquiri when you're just using your base spirit plus lime juice plus sugar. And like a daiquiri, there's no perfect rum to make a daiquiri. Not only is it a preference thing, but for me, it's exploring different spirits of different rums in a daiquiri to taste something different, yet in its simplest form. And I know a lot of people come to this and they like to enjoy spirits neat, and on occasion I do, but I like to explore spirits through cocktails and simple cocktails. So if you're looking to explore rum, the best thing to do is to make a daiquiri. If you want to explore tequila, the best thing to do is to make a Tommy's Margarita. So make one of these at home, but if you're in San Francisco, this is one of the big 3 things on the make and drink board you need to do. First, you need to go to Smuggler's Cove. Second, you need to get an Irish coffee from the Buena Vista. And third is you need to have yourself Tommy's Margarita. There's a lot more to do too, but those are the 3 that came to mind right now. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to support this channel more, I have a Patreon. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Delicious. 10 out of 10.